Oh?
Yes.
What's that?
She said I'm the only wife in this house.
Oh, so she's the... Okay, so I get it. So she's the queen bee?
She's the queen bee.
Alright, we are broadcasting live on the YouTube.
Hello, YouTube.
Hello, YouTube. So, well, I guess I'm not going to ask what happened then, because, well...
Yeah, I was going to say... I was going to tell you, but no, we're on YouTube.
Yeah.
Cover that later.
She saw you in the shower and then just ran like hell.
Yeah, honestly, I don't give two shits. Yeah. Alright, so some entertainment for everyone.
Alrighty.
Oh, actually, we'll wait a little bit. What have you been up to?
Not much. Just working my ass off, so I decided I'm going to probably play some Warframe later for all those people who tune in. If they want to watch me play some Warframe, you're more than welcome to. We'll be doing it a little later. I'm hoping AZ will join me, unless he's busy. Well, apparently they've gotten half the Frag Ninja clan's got like half of the everything built now in the thing, so apparently it's pretty impressive.
Isn't that nice how we can just leave it be? Everybody's still
Hey,
getting
man.
along, everything's still working.
That's the wonderful thing about the Frag Ninja, man. Every single person we bring on is cool shit, so we don't have to worry about nothing. How many clans have we spawned? One in Neverwinter Nights that's grown massive. We've got one on Warframe. We've got...
Still got some back on Destiny.
Still have some on Destiny. We've got 5 of us playing No Man's Sky. Like 37 people on the friggin' PlayStation thing, and more people have applied. I've had to say no because I don't know who the hell they are, and if I haven't played with them, I really don't want to lend them. Like, Dave's the only one that brings people into the fold besides me and you and Ford. You know.
Okay.
But I mean, Dave's proven himself to be fucking wicked.
Yep.
But holy fucking shit, 45 slots in this bitch. Wow. Yeah, so no, not much. I've been working like mad. My nerves are fried because I've gotten thrown into a new type of position, so it's been...
oh yeah, how'd that test go?
Oh, I passed that. Fuck, that was nothing, man. I destroyed that test.
I have talked to you since then, right?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay.
Oh, well.
Yeah, there was a bunch going on there with Easter, and then...
Yeah.
We had a roommate. I don't know what you would say. We had a guest. I don't know.
Didn't turn out so guest-worthy. What?
No. I can't say it did.
Oh, that's terrible, considering.
I mean, don't get me wrong. It could have went a lot worse.
Yeah.
And it's not all over yet, so it still could.
Oh.
So we were there for the conversation. When I was talking with Erica, and I was talking with you.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden, Erica was like, "Hey, you know, I need you to go pick up my sister, or I'm gonna go pick up my sister." And said, "No, you're not. I will."
Yeah.
So went out there, picked her up, brought her down to Phoenix, where I'm at, or up to Phoenix, and we never really had a plan. It was just a matter of go pick her up.
Yep.
We didn't really know what her plan was, what our plan was. It wasn't.
Yeah.
A couple weeks about a week goes by. You know, maybe we should sit down and find out where everybody's standing with all this.
Yep.
You know, she did make herself comfortable, which is a good thing. Don't get me wrong. You know, I don't want someone to come here as a guest and just be like, oh, I get the fuck out of here.
Yeah.
But it started getting to a point where it was too comfortable. I was like, okay, we've talked about what needs to be done, you know. Of course, you need to get a job. She went out and got a truck.
Yeah.
Like, okay, well, that's good. You're gonna have a vehicle to get to and from work. You know, go do whatever you need to do. It's a good thing to pick a truck so you can move your stuff when you do get a place. Whatever you do, whether you go to California, Hawaii, or wherever. And everything was looking alright, you know, making the claims, and I'll get to the rest of that in a little bit, but making it seem as though, you know, I'm going to start to go out and get a job, a little job searcher. Yeah. And about 4 days after that, I start noticing she's nodding out.
Oh no.
We knew she had a problem with it before, and she had been outside with us the whole time. She doesn't have track marks, she doesn't smell like it, there's no evidence of it, she's not hiding anything. You know, like how women do, they sneak something into the purse, she'll grab the thing from her purse and put it back.
Yeah.
Well, she's still got that mentality where she's searching for that deal.
Yeah.
So she's been taking some other medications that have been prescribed to her. But I think she's using them to cope, in a sense, with withdrawals. So she's substituting for something else. So I really jumped on her case, and Erica didn't want to really bring it up. She didn't think it was too bad or anything. I brought it up. I said, hey, you want to take a drug test? She's kind of like astonished by it for the first 4 seconds. And then she threw a big fucking bitch fit like a 13-year-old kid. So there was my second sign.
Yep.
Fuck. And then Erica's upset. She didn't understand about the conversation. She didn't know it was going to be happening. And now she's freaking out. The sister's freaking out, and I gotta calm it down. So I calmed down the situation. I let her know I'm saying all this stuff because I care. Fuck the drug test. Who gives a shit?
Yeah.
And we just need to find out what you're going to be doing. We need to get you figured out.
Yeah.
And you know, some more time goes by, a couple more days. It's not really changing. Actually, no, after that it did change. She was back to being normal, having a conversation, not falling asleep while talking to you, eyes rolling around.
Yeah.
Then next thing you know, she starts going back into it.
Oh.
We're starting to see it again. And now she's talking to the guy that she was getting away from.
Oh no.
And he's back to manipulating her.
Oh no.
Well, this is where I got to find out her ways of doing things, and this really was an eye-opener for me. Because he was like, you know, okay, I'm sorry, of course, you know, begging to get her back and saying everything. He's like, I'll pay for you to go to rehab. All of a sudden they're talking about rehab, but she was telling me she didn't have a problem.
Oh.
So I'm like, oh, okay, I'll just keep my mouth shut and I'll go along with this. And she's like, should I do it? Yeah, why not? You know, just nonchalantly going along with it. Didn't give her a goofy look or anything, just played stupid. And next thing you know, she's talking about, well, do they have massage therapists there? Like, do I get a massage? Do they have a pool? Is there a sauna room? Do they do vegetarian food? She's looking at all, like, these pros from it. And she's like, well, if they don't have the massage thing, I'm not going.
Oh.
She goes, doesn't that seem fair? when she looks over and talks to me. I'm like, I don't know. Actually, you're showing to me like you're trying to use him for a vacation. I would tell you right now that, you know, you either do this for real or you don't do it. Because it's going to cost this man $20,000-$30,000 for 30 days for you to have a vacation.
Yeah.
And I walked away. I got upset because she was like, no, it's a good idea. I'm just going to do it. Why not? Someone's offering it. It's up to me what I do with it.
Yeah.
Huh? Yes.
Right.
And, sorry, the wife came in.
No worries.
So, I will go walking away and I come back later and she's off the phone. She's still talking with Erica about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a good idea. I think I'm just gonna do it. Who cares if I don't need to get clean? I think it clicked in her head that she admitted that she was dirty in front of us.
Oh.
So she was like, I'll just do it for a vacation. That or she's really being a manipulative gold digger, and she's doing it for the money. So either way, that's the type of person I don't want around.
Yeah.
And right after that night, the next day, conversation starts coming up about her going to Vegas.
Right. For what?
I just got upset. You know, it's like, okay, go ahead. I don't give a shit. You know, I didn't say that, but I just walked away. I just left it where it was. I really wanted to be like, are you kidding me? You've been living in our house for free. You let your dog sleep on my couch that I don't want in the house. You know, you don't clean up after yourself. You leave your vape pens on the floor for my daughter to grab. I mean, it's just left and right. You know, why is this person gonna go and take a vacation?
Yeah,
this isn't like a stomping ground where you just happen to fall into and you're gonna kick it to your court date. No.
Wow.
So, I kind of keep, in all of that, I kept to myself. That's just what I'm thinking inside.
Yeah.
And a day goes by, she's nodding out again on the porch, and she's just wanting to keep bringing up stuff like that. Like, I want to go to get a tattoo, otherwise I'm gonna go and use drugs. I'm like, seriously, you want to spend the last bit of your money on a tattoo or drugs, and that's the only thing it could be? Give me your money, I'll hold on to it, and I'll give you half of it back. How about that?
Yeah. Oh, fuck.
And she wasn't having that, of course.
Yeah. Nope.
And, so she didn't go do that. And there was another time where she was fighting with us to go to another concert. And then she's like, after Vegas, I'm going to New Mexico for another gathering concert. And it's like, this person just doesn't give two shits right now. She's trying to manipulate us. And she's trying to manipulate her ex for money.
That's sad.
And the thing that's kind of funny is they're both trying to fuck each other. So it's like two monkeys trying to
fuck a football. It's the same football.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
But it's too bad.
So,
maybe, you know what? I actually kind of feel like I should have talked to her, because you know what I mean. That might have helped.
I'll get into the rest of what I think. I personally think it is. I could be way off in multiple areas. Now, so I go to my son's talent show.
Yeah.
Which was Thursday, and the wife tells me as we're walking into the school, hey, did you know that guy is coming to pick up my sister? I said, no, I didn't know that. I told the police, I told him, and I told your sister that if he comes to my house, there's either going to be an altercation, police, or both. Yeah. And I told that to the guy while I had an AR-15 sitting next to me right in my car, so obviously I'm not fucking around. I'm not trying to threaten somebody. I'm letting them know seriously, I don't want this to happen.
Yep.
So she's trying to bring the guy here.
Oh.
So I left my son's talent show like seconds after he was done.
Oh,
I
wow.
come flying down to my house. I'm like, oh, let me catch this guy at my house. Luckily, I didn't.
Yeah.
But I came inside, and she's got her clothes scattered across my entire kitchen floor.
Ugh.
And she's got like 7 suitcases, dude.
Wow.
But I'm
Wow.
watching her, I'm like, okay, so what is she doing? She's picking out bathing suits. I'm like, are you serious? You're gonna have that guy come to my house after I told you not to have that happen. Are you fucking kidding me? Like, I'm yelling at her.
Yeah.
And, she was just kind of like, I didn't think it was gonna be a problem. He wasn't gonna come in your house.
I don't
I said,
care.
I don't want him on my property. I don't want him in front of my house. I don't want him on my street.
Yep. Fuck,
And she
man.
couldn't understand that. She couldn't
Wow.
grasp it.
Wow.
So I go outside and I'm like, alright, I gotta calm down before I tell her to leave.
Yeah.
Which ended up happening. I end up going outside, I'm having a smoke, and I'm watching her, and she's still just picking out bikinis and shit for vacation. I'm like, so, are you going out there to find a job or something? Or are you guys checking out an apartment? Are you guys getting a house out there or something? You know, what are you guys doing? She looks up, and she goes, no, it's a vacation.
Oh.
I said, so you guys are going on vacation. You're just gonna leave your stuff here. And you're still not looking for a job or anything? No, that's too stressful.
Yeah,
I
talking
said,
to
"You
a
know
guy,
what?
talking to a guy that would
Get your
kill.
shit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I would. Yeah, to go to work.
you'd kill to
Fuck.
go to be able to go to work. And she's, wow,
So at this
wow.
point, she's telling me to calm down. She goes, you just need to calm down. I said, you're not going to tell me what to fucking do in my own home. You're not going to tell me what to say, do, look like, sound like, shit like, anything. You're not going to tell me how to live in my own home. You don't pay rent here. You pay nothing towards us. And you're being fucking disrespectful right now. What sucks is you are very young-minded. You're disrespectful. You have no respect for yourself or others. And it's just bullshit. So you're gonna get your shit and you're gonna go.
Yeah.
And it's like she thought it was a joke.
Wow.
So I'm waiting for the wife to get home. And it took her a little extra time to get the kids loaded up, car seat in. Because I took the car seat out of my car and just threw it in her car and left.
Yeah.
So we're sitting outside. She got all of her stuff picked up. I'm like, so what's the deal? What's the plan? What are you doing? And I don't know if she didn't hear me, so I gave her a minute in case she was thinking about what to say. No answer. I'm like, all right. Hey, Rochelle, what are you doing? She goes, what do you mean? I said, so, do you need help getting your stuff out? What's up? Talk to me. She goes, well, I was just waiting for George to come and pick me up. And I was going to call you guys on my way back to let you know I was coming back and hopefully I could keep my stuff here. So you were just going to assume that you could keep your shit here? Yeah. Get your shit out of my kitchen.
Oh, man.
You do it or I do it. And if I do it, I'm dropping it off at the fucking police station.
Yep. Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I fucking hear you.
So then she's like, okay, she gets it all loaded up. She's sitting out front all pissed off and crying. I understand. Fucked up shit. World's upside down. And I'm over there shaking the globe. But the thing is, she goes outside and she calls Erica.
Oh.
She goes, can I leave my truck here? I'll leave all my stuff inside my truck. Can I just leave it here? And Erica's like, can she leave her truck here with all the stuff in? I'm like, no, she can leave it out front, but I don't want it on our property. Well, why? Someone's going to go through it. Exactly my point. I don't want it on our property to get vandalized or anything. And we're going to be at blame because we're the last ones upset with her.
That's right.
So now her truck's out at the street with all of her stuff in it.
So where exactly do you live so people can go through this truck?
But fucking crazy, right?
Dude, I don't understand how people...
32, 33 years old.
Wow.
And, you know, she's been, I don't know if you want to call it a curse, or if you want to call it, you know, luck, but she's always had people around her that were very wealthy.
Oh.
She's always, but keep in mind, she's a real down-to-earth hippie person.
Sounds like
she uses oils,
but
gets cheap clothes.
Thing is I'm hearing this, and I'm hearing that she's basically been surviving off everyone else her entire life.
Exactly.
That's no way to be. Like, you did right by bringing her into your home, and it's too bad you couldn't do anything to help her.
Yeah, dude, she came into my home, she had $1,700. She went and got a truck, she went and bought a longboard, skateboard for $200.
Why would you need that shit?
Your makeup, a couple of vape pens, and a whole bunch of medicine.
Really?
Good medicine.
Bad medicine.
But I said, yeah, how are you going to make the payment on this truck? How are you? Oh, and she bought a brand new iPhone. Wow. So how are you going to make the payment on your truck? How are you going to make the payment on your insurance? How are you going to make the payment on your cell phone? And all of this, and she's, on top of it, she's got a boat in California.
Well, where's she getting all this money?
She can't make the payment on the boat.
Where's she getting all this money?
The boat was grimy shit. She used to clean houses. I don't know how much of her money is saved, which I don't believe any of it is. It doesn't add up.
Yeah.
There's people saying family members are paying for stuff here and there, but it just doesn't add up because they're fighting with each other for totally opposite reasons.
Well, no, chances are it's got something to do with something. That's all I gotta say.
Yeah. I think it's got to do with them stealing. Yeah. None of our stuff came up stolen. That's why I rushed home. I wasn't going to have that guy come in here and know that we have nice stuff and load up 2 trucks and leave.
Yeah, well, dude, I would have helped you find that guy. See, that's why you need to move here, because if this would have happened up here, I would have fucking fixed that in a minute.
Well, see, and the thing was I was going to call my uncle and have him come over to my house and keep an eye on things. But he came up to my son's talent show. So I was like, all right, I gotta go. That's probably better.
Yep.
But yeah, so it was fucked up. So then the wife gets home. She ends up having to tell her sister for like 15-20 minutes that she's got to go, and I really feel for my wife. That can't be easy.
No.
In a sense, I'm glad I did it instead of her.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But I just overall wish I didn't have to do it in the first place. I told her sister that. I said, I wish this didn't go this way. I wish I did. I wish I was telling you goodbye because you had keys to a new apartment, you had a new job, and you were established.
Yeah. Well, the thing is judging by what you said, like, she's used to wasting money. She's got no idea how to live. Like, you and I, we grew up broke, so we know. I mean, I had to learn how to starve before I learned how to work. You know what I mean?
Yep.
And the thing is yeah. And some people just never learn. She's gonna be 18 till she dies, and she's gonna find some sugar daddy or whatever, depending on how quote unquote good looking she is, and that's the way it's gonna be.
Well, yeah, see, that's the thing. She's I don't know who my favorite shit she needs, but bad look she is. She looks like she may have had a stage party.
Yeah.
But she doesn't look all tore up and worn out.
Yeah.
She still eats healthy. She's all about superfoods and all that. So, and she's real short.
Yeah.
So she looks overall younger. She looks like she's in her mid-20s. She's dating a guy that's almost 50.
Wow. Sugar daddy. He's got money, I take it?
Wealthy. He's got custom cabinets, company that he does. So yeah, he's making, $40,000 off a custom cabinet job that costs the people $280,000.
Yeah, wow.
That's how much my fucking house cost.
Well, yeah. The thing is like, yeah, you're right. And like, it's that's sad.
She's a Bernie Sanders fan,
right? Well, how
she's dedicated, like almost to the point, like almost Antifa, those anti-fascist groups.
Yeah.
She was talking about going to Bernie Sanders, and she was like, I'm gonna keep it safe, but if I see any Bernie Sanders people getting hurt, I'm gonna jump in. It's like, see, that's the problem right there.
Yeah. Yeah, you can't.
Man.
Well, you know my stance on the whole friggin' political thing. Like, I think they're all retarded.
I think I did pretty good for being this overly privileged white male.
Overly privileged? You grew up like I did.
Overly privileged white male that hates all races, I think I did pretty good for letting a Bernie Sanders fan into my home and letting them live with me.
Yeah.
When the only problem was they weren't taking care of themselves.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what people just assume that because you think a certain way is that you are a certain way. It's just, or you support a certain thing, you are a certain thing. I hate that shit.
Yep.
I hate that shit. It's fucking
And she
dumb.
was big on that. She thought I was that. She was like, "Oh, you like Trump? Oh my god."
Yeah. Well, I don't necessarily.
It's like, I like some of the stuff he does, and just like any other individual in the world, and just like I said before Trump was in office, if it was a person in which had every single exact view that I had, I would question my own reality at that point in time.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Now he's doing a lot of goofy shit now.
Yep.
And, it's one of those things. What did he need to help with? The economy's starting to do a little bit better. We're making a little bit more money now.
Yep.
So, when you look at the short-term sense of it, he's doing what he said he was going to do.
Yep. But long-term, well, you see what he did to the Canadian softwood? Did you hear about that? You guys are screwed. I'm just saying.
I heard some stuff where he's pissed off about tariffs with you guys, and
no. He's trying to levy a 20% hike on Canadian softwood going to the States. Okay, so if I sent you a bundle of my wood from up here, I would have to pay 20%. So I have to hike the price up at least that in order to make the money from you. So you're paying the 20% to me so I can pay the United States government to ship my lumber down to you guys. Now, it's all well and good to say, you know what? We're gonna go and we're gonna do this and the soft lumber, blah 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 blah. The thing is you guys do not have the softwood inventory that we do. Not even slightly close. And your softwood industry is not even a tenth the size as our softwood industry. My uncle is in the softwood industry. They move like 18 square miles, okay, of bush a fucking week.
Okay.
You guys down there won't even be able to pull that off. If you did, you'd flatten all of the states, there wouldn't be a fucking tree in about 10 years. There wouldn't be a fucking tree.
There is a lot of area in the U.S. that isn't being utilized.
Well, yes, I totally agree, but the way we manage,
smart enough to substantiate it, like to make it to
no,
a point
even
where we can
even then, the thing is even then, like, you can't manage that, right? Canada can, because we have such a large area. We can take 18 square kilometers of bush, plant it, replant it, and leave it sit for like 60 years before we go back to harvest again. So we farm our trees because we've got.
This all comes back to tariffs, right?
Yes.
I do completely see where you're coming from on that aspect. Yeah, it's not a smart idea.
No, not even close.
But I don't understand, like, from everybody else's views. From what I really take from it, because everything else sounds like horseshit, is they're upset about. I have yet to find out what this whole fucking milk thing is about. I think it's something tossed in there just for shits and giggles, as far as I've heard from anyone. But now they're saying that the tax prices on it will go up.
Yes.
So now the prices go up a little bit. Now, yes, that makes your country have to pay some more. Yes. But if you have a substantial amount of something that you can have a supply of for damn near ever, what's the difference with the hike going up?
Well, here's the thing. If we're not making money off of the lumber that we're moving, because the 20% tariff means we've got to ship that cost to you, which means it's beneficial for you to buy from the United States, okay? Which is not altogether a bad thing. But when your country has to level every fucking tree that it's got in order to produce what Canada can produce, you're basically shooting yourself in the foot. You're getting short-term labor over a short period of time. You can't manage what we can manage. It's basically saying, yeah, you can do it, and that's all well and good. But it's like fuck. It's like getting how the hell? I'm trying to find a euphemism. It's trying to get an engineer. It's like trying to get an engineer. Okay, it's like trying to get an engineer to fix your car. So the car designer can design your car, but he's not necessarily a great mechanic. So you go and hire a mechanic. So right now, by doing what you're doing, is you're getting the engineer to cut the trees. You see what I'm saying? So you're not going to get what we can. You're just not going to get what we can provide. Our milk, the milk industry, up here in Canada, believe it or not, needs an overhaul. And it's needed an overhaul for a long time because of the milk quota. But should we be tariffed on it? Probably not. Because Canada buys the majority of our stuff from the States. So it's sort of tit for tat, right? Like, it's tit for tat. And the thing is there shouldn't be, between our two countries, there shouldn't be any fucking tariffs as far as I'm concerned. Neither government should make money off of what I'm trading to you, AZ. I think that's wrong. You're my friend. I'm going to trade shit to you.
In an overall aspect, like from where we stand, me and you, like outside looking from this, yes, that's it. Like before all the bullshit happened, I think that's how it should have been. We should have equal trade.
Yeah.
But the thing is now, tariffs change all the time, don't they?
No, they were set. Yeah, they were set. Okay. Yeah, but they have a set limit. See, I'm not a huge pro on this, so I could be wrong. Like I'm more concerned about soft lumber, because for me that's jobs here. And we've got a very small population, right? So if they increase tariffs, basically my solution for increasing tariffs, spend the money that we'd spend in tariffs to the United States to build a railway over the North Pole to Russia and sell it in Europe. That's my response.
But they've got enough of their own, don't they?
Yes, they do. But Canadian softwood is a better quality. It's a better quality product
for a home.
Yes, it's a better quality product because we have standards and regulations that have to be followed in order to produce our lumber, which is comparable, if not better, than the ones that you guys have in the States. So buying Canadian softwood lumber, or softwood products in general, you're guaranteed to get the best stuff, especially stuff from the region that I'm currently in. Like if you go out and price how much it's going to cost for actually Georgia Pacific, which is an American company which bought our mill up here. They're an American company on Canadian soil. This tariff affects them so like greatly, because they wouldn't have bought GFP, they wouldn't have bought Grant Forest products had the tariffs been in place at the time, which means it puts shackles on businesses like GFP. So they'll end up having to close that. They'll end up having to close that, which means 130 people are going to be out of work. So it provided the tariffs go like astronomically high, right?
Well, I was just about to say, you know, what is the change in the tariff? How much?
By quite a bit. It's
we're talking like 10%?
More. I think it's 15. I think it was 5% on all lumber going across the border. It was raised. It was raised recently, like before the Trump, by the Obama administration. I think an extra 5%. If I remember correctly. But like I said, I don't pay too close attention to it because it's not something that normally would affect me. And NAFTA protected Canada, the United States, and Mexico.
I don't know, it just seems weird. It doesn't seem like it's something necessarily... Now, don't get me wrong. Yeah, we probably, in the big picture of it, what you're being taxed compared to what you sell, the country's still doing pretty well based off of just the lumber.
The Canada?
Now,
well, the thing is you see, again, like you're
like, compared to the gross.
The thing is if I have to raise my the thing is it hurts you as much as it hurts us. Tariffs always do that, right?
I don't understand why they would need to. Like outside of that part, I don't see
he
why
wants
we would need to make
a tariff
money there.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying. If I have to increase the cost to ship, I have to increase the cost to the customer, which means you're going to buy American, which is fine. I'm all for buy American for American product. For American product. The thing is that Canada is exceptionally good at what we do, and by having to charge you guys extra, we're not making any money, right? We're not making any money. And that means... Well,
you would be, because of the amount of people we have here.
Yes, we overall, if you're looking at cost per capita, yeah. We're going to be making, we're going to be losing more. So, and it costs an awful lot to make the lumber that we make. Like, for my uncle runs
you.
Yes, which means we've got to. That's right, and then we've got to, ship that off to our customer, which means that United States lumber is now cheaper than Canadian lumber, which means that you're going to buy American, which is fine. I don't that's fine. It's just that it's not like you're saying, hey, Americans, make better product, make a fair priced, better product in America to ship off to our customers, right? So they'll buy American. You know what I mean? It's not the business doing the work, it's the government, so nobody wins. It's a lose-lose situation. Whereas Canada produces a really good product for a really good price at a really good managed forest. Since we've been doing this for 200 years, we know what we're doing. And we produce a fantastic product. Everybody in the world wants our lumber. It's so good. And not being able to offer that to the States at a fair price is like saying, you know what I mean? It hurts the Americans and it hurts the Canadians and it hurts the American lumber producers. Because they don't have to be competitive anymore. They can fucking shoot out rough lumber and say, this is our softwood and it's amazing and you're going to buy it because it's cheaper. It's not like they're trying harder to make a better product at a cheaper price like we do. Like you're talking, like the American lumber people down there, not to I don't want to be dicks, but they're amateurs and compared to us. If I took you to the bush and showed you how we cut down our trees, how we load them onto trucks, how we bring them to the factory to be processed into like chipboard or particle board, if I showed you how that was done, you would cry. And then if we went over to an American job, you'd see the difference. Like
in the assembly line, I could see that you guys probably have a quicker route.
On
everything,
dude.
Or if
get this. You have not necessarily. You have to be batshit crazy to drive in the bush. Batshit crazy to be able to drive in the bush. It's insane, right? You have to be able. Our guys camp out with the equipment out in the middle of the bush. They cook. They cook. They live. They change their clothes. They shower. They all out there, right? And
right.
they're pushing 20-hour days, 4 hours sleep, just non-stop. And that's all to provide for for America and Canada and to some extent Europe and Japan. But in order to like the stuff from BC goes to Japan, the stuff from Alberta goes to Japan. It goes to the United States. Northern Ontario, where I'm from, that all goes to you guys. All of it, with the exception of some for local.
A person shouldn't have to work that much.
Well, that's just... Oh, exactly, but we have a labor shortage. You guys got 380 million people. We've got 28 million people. So, and then when I'm from... Oh, yeah.
In that industry or...
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Well, if you're not working in the mine, you're working in the bush. Like my family, my entire family, my Uncle Fern, my cousin Kevin, my cousin Brent, my cousin Darren, my Uncle Gord, my Uncle Murley, who did the surveying for the bush. There's 6 people, 6 families directly supported by that, and that's most of Harley Township. So you see what I'm saying, right? Like it's like that's everybody. That's everybody. So like, but I mean, the thing is like tariffs affect me personally, right? Which is why I'm concerned about them. You not so much. You won't have to worry about it because it's just going to give you, a little, you're going to be buying American. So, but you're going to get your American lumber you're going to get your American lumber for the same price you always pay for American lumber, right? But if you want to buy Canadian lumber, now it costs you extra. That's what it's not like they improved their stuff or anything, right?
Well, where's that Canadian lumber going? Are we talking
houses? You finding it at Home Depot? Home Depot will order from us in bulk, Georgia Pacific. Where does their lumber go? You know what I mean? So up down south. I knew Grant Forest Products that used to own the factory that is now owned by Georgia Pacific, an American company. So you are technically speaking getting an American product. You're getting a Canadian product at American prices, which is really nice.
Well, see, that's the fucked up thing that I think a lot of people may not know about or overlook. Is a lot of the stuff that you're seeing that says "Made in the USA."
It only has a stamp.
Get in there, you start breaking those parts down, and you look how that thing was built and what parts are in it.
Mm-hmm.
and you'll find out that more than 60% of that was made in another country.
Oh yeah, it's just assembled here.
And that's bullshit. I think that's where we made a wrong turn. We started trying to fool our own people into thinking that we were still providing a good product. If people would have noticed sooner that we had nothing, if you went into your room and realized, which most people do these days, you go in there and you look at everything you got, and not one bit of it was made in the USA, that's pretty sad. What's that say about your country? You got to start, like, even with these trees, if we had a problem for some reason, it costs too much, whatever it be, why aren't we looking to find a way to provide all that for us?
Yeah.
Why can't we do that here just as much as you can do it there?
Yeah.
Because we don't know, but why don't we do something about not knowing?
Yeah. Well, see, the thing is, again,
that's where it stops.
The thing is like it's like I said, it's by your population not buying from Canada, you hurt Canada, and you're not benefiting the states any, is what I'm saying. That's what it comes down to, right? It's not necessarily a good thing. And it's a lose. It's a lose-lose. Like, for example, let's just say, let's just say that I'm a computer programmer, right? Let's just say I wrote some software, okay? And you're my buddy, right? You're my buddy. I wrote some software. It's some really cool software, and you like the software that I run. You know what I do, and you know I'm good at it. So you'll buy it. But this other guy down the street, you don't know, but is American. He wrote some software, and you don't know much about him. You know that he can write software, and that's about it. Who are you going to buy from, Mike? Now keep in mind that my software, I'm not allowed to sell it to you unless I add $30 to the software. But the original cost of the software is $15. But I've got to add 30. So now I got to sell it to you for $45. And buddies, you don't know this guy from a hole in the ground. You know he can program, but he's charging you 15. What are you going to do?
Me?
Yeah.
Now, a majority of the people would say go down the street.
Uh-huh.
Because we've gotten to a point as Americans as we're lazy. Whatever's quick and easy.
Well, it's software, so it doesn't matter.
Right now, it works.
Yeah, but it's software, so
I would buy it from you. If I didn't know you, and I knew you had a good product, I would go to you. I'd go for quality over this guy's convenience.
True. Now, picture it this way. You're gonna that's the thing. Okay, that's fine. But now you're a big corporation, okay? And you've got to install my software on a shitload of computers. So you're a contractor. Now you have to bid on a job. And in order to get the job, you got to bid the lowest price. Who are you going to buy from?
See, that's a problem.
Aha! Softwood lumber.
It shouldn't be that way.
That's right, but it is. And softwood lumber is used by contractors to build buildings, which means Mr. Donald Trump, who's in the property and building business, just gave his American buddies a whole shitload of money by putting a tariff on wood that comes out of that country. It's got nothing to do with helping America and everything to do with lining somebody else's pockets.
I don't know if we could go to the extent to say helping his buddies. I mean, the percentage of what his buddies are compared to the overall aspect of who buys lumber in the United States, I'm just going to assume, but I'm pretty sure that's going to be a very, very low percentage.
Well, no, but see, the thing is it's that's still it. Like, that's what I'm saying. It's still, he deals in property. He deals in repairs to said property. And he knows American people, so he could have been he could say, it's called lobbying, really. You know, so he said, well, if I'm president, I'm going to get rid of NAFTA, and I'm going to put on, I'm going to do this, right? Oh, man, is he ever going to get support from the people that he works with? So, you see what I'm saying? You see what I'm getting at? Like,
well, that's like saying if somebody had all these degrees and all this background in a certain area, now everybody votes for that person because of that trait or that knowledge that person has, and now they get in. They can't manipulate. They can't. That was a bad choice in word. They can't go in and touch anything. They can't touch basis on any of those now because
it's called conflict. Yes, it's called conflict of interest. Yeah, it's called conflict of interest. So, yeah. Like, the thing is it's a lose-lose. NAFTA was kind of a lose-lose for both countries, but it was the best we can come up with at the time. The thing is before that, it wasn't all that bad. Brian Mulroney is the asshole who basically put in NAFTA. And I'm glad to see it go, if it's going to be replaced with something that's fair. And by fair, I mean fair in business, which means if you're able to produce a really good product for a really good price, I'm all for it. And I say fuck tariffs.
But can we honestly say, as like, and I can probably say this in a broader range, like the whole fucking world, but everybody wants something cheap.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and whether they get something cheap or something quality, they bitch about it. So it doesn't matter. So eventually companies come to a point, well, this person's bitching about this, and we just added that when they asked for it last year. And they're never happy.
Oh yeah, well, customers are never happy. You can't make everyone happy. We've learned that.
Yeah.
Like, but I mean, like I said, it's neither here nor there. The thing is in order for North America to function as North America, we definitely need to think about getting rid of NAFTA. I agree with that. But a new system for trade deals between Mexico, the United States, and Canada, which is North America, needs to be established in order to build a better trade, to facilitate better trade. We'd be better off to go the way of Europe, get rid of our borders, and create a super country. We'd be better off. The problem is that the cultures are so drastically different that you can't do it. It just won't work. You know what I mean? So, globalism is a bad thing, okay? Because of the way things work. But
now that's what Trump is trying to do now.
What, globalization?
I don't know if you've noticed, but he's swaying back into the ways in which what Obama wanted, which was globalism.
Oh, of course. See, the thing is globalism is a bad thing, but it's going to happen. It's inevitable. The problem with globalism is fascism. The problem with fascism is dictators. The problem with dictators is they like to kill people on massive scales, and they don't give a flying fuck. A really good example of dictatorship gone bad is Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il, and Kim Jong-il's grandfather, Kim Il-sung.
Yeah.
Kim Il-sung. Kim Il-sung? Kim Il-sung? I forget. No, Kim... Yeah. Kim Ji-sung? I forget. Anyway. Either way, Chairman Mao, Pol Pot, Joseph Stalin, Adolf Hitler. All it takes is one asshole. And that's the problem with globalism. If you create a global community, there is potential for this to happen, especially if you're building it on a sectarian sort of... it's a bad thing, especially considering the fact that if you take a look at the polarization of the human race between leftism and rightism, if those are even things,
yeah.
You take a look at the polarizing effect. Well, here's the thing: one side is eventually going to win. If that's the case, you're out of balance. That means if you're out of balance, you can end up with some sort of Orwellian mishmash, horrible, plate of potatoes, really.
Hold on one sec.
Yeah. No worries. But yeah, so that's like, again, it's a terrible idea. It's a terrible thing. It needs to go away.
But see, if we start getting rid of borders, isn't that about the same thing?
Yes, that's what I'm saying. North America, in order to function, needs that. If we're gonna function where, where you don't have to build walls or you don't have to do this, you're going to have to, drop your borders. That's not necessarily a good thing.
Yeah, because you guys don't want our bad people just as much as we don't want your bad people.
Yeah, it's just the thing is and you'll see liberals saying, "Well, there's no such thing as bad people." You know what I mean? The thing, well, basically,
punching you in the face.
Yeah, basically they want you to believe that everyone's good. Well, no, everyone is not good. Everyone has issues, and like, we take a look at Canadian culture. We don't like guns. If we dropped our borders, we'd have people with guns. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, the thing is I think
your country should be able to have that right. If your country doesn't want guns, it should have that right.
Yeah, see, and I totally agree with... Yes, I totally agree with the way shit's being... Like, they should have just left it alone. The 90s was a good example of how shit can work. The 90s was a good example of how shit can work.
Isn't that strange, though? Because if you look back at the 90s, it wasn't as good as everybody thinks it was.
No, there was wars.
But well, I mean, even with just people in general, like people dealing with their own community or dealing with people within the U.S., people weren't too happy, but the outlook that they had, it was what it should be. Everybody could have worked out that way.
Yeah.
But there was too many people that now grew up, and they're these Antifa groups. I mean, I don't understand why there's a group fighting fascism in the United States. You want to defeat fascism, line up with the soldiers over in North Korea. There's your fascism.
Well, see, no, that's dictatorship. Like, if you look at... See, the thing is it's got nothing to do with fascism, and it's got everything to do with lies. Okay?
Yes.
Assume every single thing you hear is on TV is a lie. And it's somebody's lie. Because they all have an agenda. And because they have an agenda, you cannot agree with anything they're saying. The problem is people's agendas.
Sorry about that.
No worries. But the thing is everyone's got an agenda. It's not a conspiracy. It's just that people are stupid. Like, you see what I'm saying? I don't support Trump. I don't. He's gone. He's as far as I'm concerned, he was one thing. He was one thing to do protectionism. It was another thing to start, to start trade wars with Canada and Mexico.
Mexico? I think that you guys, there's no reason that we should be even... I don't know the details on it, but I don't think there's any reason in which we need to make you guys pay more money for us to buy your products. Yeah. Mexico, yes.
No,
they take a bunch of our money.
Well, see, the thing is when it comes to Mexico, here's my take on Mexico. Mexico needs to fix its shit, and they need to fix their shit. They need to fix their shit in a way where they're not,
Mexico is ran by gangs. Mexico, the country, is ran by a gang, not a president.
Well,
not by the police, not by the military, by gangs.
well, see, and that's in there lies the problem. They need to fix their shit. I'm totally okay. I'm totally okay with making them fix their shit before they can enter in trade negotiations. And the thing is you can do that the same way we do everything else. You can put sanctions on it. And building a wall, okay, that was actually a fairly good idea in order to create the ability to give sanctions. The thing is it's expensive and stupid. You know, you'd be better off to police the border better. The way, like, see, Canada.
Compared to how much it's costing, compared to how much it costs the U.S. to jail these people, compared to how many hospital visits show up, compared to how many policemen have to pull over drunk drivers, compared to 1 in 3 people being kidnapped, murdered, or sold in Tucson. I mean, compared to the tunnels that we have to rebuild. Because we have to fill them with concrete, and then they build 3 more right next to it, the buildings in the U.S. that we have to pay for.
Yeah, maybe you're right. You're right, but I mean...
And that's just skimming off the top. I mean, it's expensive, man.
Shit.
I think so. And you guys, I don't think there's any fucking reason why. I mean, even if we looked at the fact that you guys got this, like, 20-year-old looking kid as the guy running ship at right now. What is Prime Minister? Is that right?
Yeah, Prime Minister.
Okay. I didn't want to say president. I know it's not president. But and even if we looked at it that way, you kind of laugh a little bit, and that's it. There's no reason to charge you guys more for us to get product from it.
Yeah, no.
See, I don't think we need it cheaper in a sense, but once again, I don't know the fine detail.
Thing is I'm with you on there. Like, there's no reason why Canada and the United States shouldn't just work together. Like, yeah, we should be our own separate entities. Yeah, we should be our own separate countries. But you know what? Ultimately, back in the 80s and 90s, when I was able to cross the border without my damn passport, that was awesome. And the thing is
yes.
we can't do that anymore. Why? Because people are coming from other countries, terrorists. I'm not saying all Muslims are terrorists before anyone freaks out and says blah blah blah. Okay, so terrorists are coming into our countries. They've got the idea that they're going to go around killing people because they think they're making a difference. Newsflash, you're not making a difference, you're just blowing yourself up. The thing is because of them, our friendship suffers. So,
I can see it from that view, but I'm pretty sure it was things before terrorism was really a main factor for any of our countries. It was more of a thing of people wanting to bring over, whether it's alcohol. The big thing up there is, people come down to get stuff tax-free.
Cheaper. Yeah, cheaper. And the thing is that was driving the American businesses just like south of the border. They made a lot of money off of Canadians back in the 80s and 90s, and it didn't hurt anyone.
Those town? Yeah, the town did. But that's where the government got pissed off and had to put taxes on or tariffs on it. So.
Yeah. So the thing is okay, well let's just hurt everyone. You know what I mean?
Yep. Yeah, instead of just ramming it in one, let's split it down the middle like an overcooked hot dog, and we'll just ram it up 2 at a time so we can just fuck everybody quicker.
Yeah. Basically, yes.
It's crazy.
It's stupid.
Dude, just for me to be able to live... Do you ever watch Social Justice Warriors?
No.
Oh,
I
man,
can't,
I
dude.
Get a fucking great laugh.
The thing is I can't stand left or right side thinking. I can't. I look at both sides.
Because there's times where people where I would be normally considered or categorized in, I see people on my side that fuck up. It's like, dude, no, you're wrong. You done fucked up right there. You're lucky that person you're arguing with is unintelligent. They didn't catch it.
Yeah.
But I know you were wrong.
Well, see, here's the thing. This is the way I look at it. I don't do left. I don't do right. I do individual. Like, the thing is is Donald Trump a successful businessman? Yes. Is he a successful leader? Judging by how much money he's made in his lifetime, yes. Is he probably able to fix the American economy? Possibly. Is he? The thing is should he be running a country? Probably not. Because he's just, oh my, wow, that's pretty.
He really disappointed me when he released to the press that a big sign of weakness, whether he felt that or not, or he feels like he can't do it, but he said, you know, this job is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be. Now, you can look at that from two ways. You could say, oh, you're a dummy, and of course it's fucking hard. Or you can look at it as, like, holy shit, there's more on this plate that nobody else gets to see.
Yeah.
That has to be fixed, and if I change my piece here, it fucks up everything here catastrophically. If I move a piece there, it fucks up shit over here catastrophically. So, and it's one of those things, you never know what's there until you get there. And then most of the time, all this shit that really goes on, the big choices and all this, it's above the president's pay grade.
Yeah. Yeah. Thing is like, again, when I can't support, the thing is given the day and age, given the things I've seen, given the history I know, you know, I can't find a single political figure to ever get behind. I look at
if he got in there, if he did this in the 70s, you think it would work different?
If he would have got in the 70s, no. The thing is that the thing is he would have been he actually would have been a great wartime president, to be honest.
Yeah.
Can he function like now? I honestly don't think so.
I don't know. He's freezing up.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. But I mean,
now any of the other than Hillary.
Yeah.
I don't know if any of the other people had the backbone to do it either.
See, Sanders would have. I think Sanders was on the right track. The only problem is he had no way to pull it off, and that's the problem.
See, Sanders, his spine is breaking right now. He's got the government telling him that he needs to give up all of the voters' emails and information that he has from his voters. So we'll see if Sanders has a spine or not here soon. Because that, and also he's also been linked in possibly with these pedophile rings.
Ooh, yeah, but you got to be careful.
Yeah,
but you got to be careful. You got to be careful too. Like the thing is don't assume that anything that they're telling you on the internet or on TV is even true anymore. Because
no, I wait until the documents are being released and then go from there. And there's times where I look at the documents and still don't. But yeah, it's one of those things. If that's what their answer was, and you look at it both ways and it's still wrong, you know the person was lying.
Yeah, well, like I said, it's the way things are going. I look at mainstream media, I look at what's being reported on. Like both sides, it sounds like propaganda. You got to remember, I grew up in a family of historians, and I know what propaganda looks like. And I'm looking at both sides of the argument, and I'm seeing propaganda.
I don't know. Hillary didn't release those emails.
No, she didn't. No, she didn't.
That went
but Hillary. Oh yeah, Hillary shouldn't even be given control of a car.
She should be in jail. I'm mad at Trump. She should be in prison right now. I'm mad at the FBI. You know what's going on here?
Well, the thing is again, that's the question you have to ask yourself: what the hell is going on here? And it's not just like Trump's false news. You know, and it's not the right wing media versus the left wing media. The thing is you people are supposed to be media, which means you're supposed to be fucking impartial. So
Yeah,
if you're
and we know
the only,
CNN and all of them are liars now.
they're all liars. Remember this: they are all liars. Everyone that has an agenda is a liar, and they will do whatever they need to do in order to push the agenda. So. You
always have to keep that in your mind when you're hearing these things from these people. On top of them being human, and humans make mistakes, and they remember things wrong.
Yeah.
You also got to keep in mind that what they're telling you is what's feeding their family.
That's right. So who's giving them the money to feed their family? So, and that's the way you got to look at it, right? Seen this really cool
majority
fighter
of the
I'm trying
time
to get.
where like these internet-based like YouTube people, most of them, that's all their fans.
Oh yeah, they'll
That's
pander
all
to their
just-
fans. They'll pander to their fans. I pander to no one.
See, and I do notice that there are people at points in times they get kind of weak, like that. Like I was saying, they have no backbone for a little bit. They kind of go weak and kind of go with what the crowd is saying, their crowd, and then all of a sudden, maybe that's 4 weeks, maybe it's an entire month, and then they come back out of it.
Yeah.
And then you can see the person kind of get back on track. And it's like, oh, okay, all right, you had me questioning whether I was going to listen to you anymore.
Yeah.
Because you start getting off track, and you're seeing what everybody else is saying is what you're saying now. Why are you doing that? You know that that's not what your wording would be.
Yep.
That's someone else's wording.
Well, see, again, like I said, you've known me for a while. I will change my views if I see something wrong.
Oh,
And I'll let you know. It's like, this is the reason why I don't do that. I don't pander to people. I never have. If anything, I'll shut my mouth. I won't say a word.
Yeah.
And
usually I don't shut my mouth.
you know where I stand on religion. You know where I stand on all of these things. And given what you know of me, how often have I been wrong? Yeah. So the question is like,
you know, when you were telling me, you know, you questioned whether Trump was a Christian man or not.
Right.
I now do question him too. Not because of what you said.
Because of what he did.
There because I was seeing what he was doing.
That's right.
When you have a man, whether people believe it or not, they try to say that everything should be separate, like church and state should be separate.
Yes.
Well, most of our fucking background on our country, chunks of the feet that hold up the table of our country, is based off of morals, in which morals, in my sense, I could be wrong, come from
the Ten Commandments. The Ten Commandments. And the words of Christ. Like both Canada and the United States were built on that doctrine. All right?
So outside, not to say you're not a believer, but typically people in the United States that believe in the United States as itself and claim to be a Christian would stand, put their hand over their heart when the anthem is being played.
Yes.
Obama didn't do that, and that pissed me the fuck off. These football players say they don't want to do it, but they do it for publicity.
Yeah.
Now, when I see Trump get up there and his foreign wife has to remind him...
Oh, wow.
That's a bit upsetting. I don't care that there's things going on in the world. There's always been things going on in the world.
That's right.
He's always been in hectic situations. He's always been in tough times. So why not do it then?
The thing is if you take a look at the way things are going, and you're dealing with, you're dealing with the way things are, and they went this way in a damn hurry. I would honestly say, basically from 2007, you know, or yeah, from 2000.
That's funny. Yep, I heard someone say the other day from about 2007, maybe 8, maybe 6.
Things have been going downhill.
This has just gone to hell. Yep.
Oh yeah. Well, ever since, to be honest with you, ever since 1999. If remember, I grew up in the 80s. I was in my 20s. I was in my teens in the 90s, and I was, you know, I was 30 in 2000 or in 2010, right? So I've seen like you have a picture of the world as the way it was from the 90s till right now. I've got the picture from the 80s to right now, and my father's got an even better picture because he went from the 70s to right now.
Yeah.
And there's a stark difference between the way things were and the way things are. Like,
sorry for coughing.
That's okay. Actually, I've got to take a quick break. I got to go use the facilities. I'll be back in a few minutes, and we can
All right.
Chatting with AZ on politics will return in just a moment. I have returned.
Dun, 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 dun.
$10 says the ship I wanted came in and left. There's a really cool fighter. Yeah, there's a really cool fighter in here I want. That's why I've been sitting here. But, oh no, there's one there, but that's not the one I'm looking for. It's a really nice looking fighter.
I finally got a new gun on here.
Oh, you did? Nice.
think it's a Class A.
Oh, keep it. Well, depending on how many slots has it got.
I did lose a couple slots. I went from a 19 to a 17.
Okay, but you gained in mining capabilities and all that. I mean, shit.
Yeah.
What's mine?
Like 30.
See, my multi-tool's got 24 slots, which is maximum apparently, and it's a Class A, and I'm totally happy with it. Old Faithful, it's done pretty damn good for me. I don't necessarily like the coloring, but whatever. There was a really cool fighter in here. What?
Damage is 19. Mining is 0. Scanner is 12.
Oh, that's not bad. It's not terrible.
So my damage potential is 122. Mining yield 60.2. My scanner range is 301.2.
Alright, so let me check mine. Then you can have a comparison.
Right.
My scanner range is 458.6. My mining yield is 171.0, and damage potential is 85.5.
Okay. Yeah, so I've definitely got some more room to. I've got rapid fire and recoil, so that's not really.
Well, if you take a look at my
much
mining
on
tool,
damage.
if you're looking at my mining tool, I still have open slots I haven't used. In fact, I've got 6 slots.
Oh, you just closed it as I looked.
Oh, I opened it again in a few seconds. You'll see it in a few seconds. If you take a look at it, I've got 6 slots that aren't even being used. And if you look,
Right.
I've got no bolt caster. I don't need it. And I've
thought
just
about getting rid of mine.
like until I get more scanner technology, like I should have put my analysis visor over here.
Are you able to watch my stream
I think so.
or no?
Yeah,
Okay.
I can. What is it? It's easy for life, right? YouTube.
I'll kick it on right now.
Okay, I'll wait for you to load it up.
That way I'll show you what I got, what all the stuff I'm working at. Maybe you can let me know what's worth a fuck and what's not.
Sure. It's too bad we couldn't simulcast. That'd be nice. I tried, but it just
Right.
uses way too much bandwidth.
Yeah. Always have to sign in.
I only had to sign in the once. Man, that cool fighter that was in here is now gone and hasn't come back. It's like, pissed me off. Oh, we got a comment.
Get over there.
Hey, it's Anthead. What's up, dude?
How's it going there, Ed? I'll call you Ant.
Ant is
If
cool.
that's okay, of course. Prefer me not to, just let me know.
Oh, is that the one I was looking for? There's a really cool friggin' fighter in here I want, and it hasn't showed up again. It had 27 slots, which is a lot for a fighter. But I'm not really into fighters. I would rather have the... Oh man, cool. It's great to see you anyway, dude. Sorry I haven't been broadcasting, but I've been... I'm back to work. I think I told you that already, though. I had to tell Daniel Hipley I was gone back to work as well. So... Look at the name of the ship, the Expendable. It was a Class B fighter, and it's not showing up. It was fantastic looking little unit.
You should feel lucky. Your name is my description of my video.
What's that?
Talking with Pear.
Talking with Pear. There she is. Woohoo! I want that one. That's the first one I've seen with that front end.
Dude, I had that shit. Oh wait, no, the fighter.
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
It's a wicked looking fighter, man. Make an offer. Yes! 6 million?
Perfect timing.
I will take it.
I'm finishing off a smoke real quick. How many ships can you have? One? Even after you get a freighter?
No, when you get a freighter, you can have 6. Let's try this bitch out. Yeah, you should. Oh, Anted, you haven't seen my new ship, dude. You haven't seen my new ship. It's fantastic. Okay, I'm sure you recognize Yar's Revenge. Of course, everyone recognizes Yar's Revenge. But you haven't seen Seraph's Wing. Seraph's Wing looks amazing. I don't even think AZ has seen Seraph's Wing.
I don't think I have.
Well, here she is.
I would have called that little ball one the Juggernaut. Oh, now I gotta grab both phones. See what I gotta do just to play a video game? Just kidding.
But yeah, so that's Seraph's Wing. She's big. But what's really impressive about her is the type of ship she is. She's a hauler. And her slots aren't maximum. But what's really amazing...
That's what Mez's mom said.
is that she's a Class S with a warp range of 2203 and a shield absorb of 3.4 and a damage potential of 3,248.5. She is a beast. An absolute beast.
It is cool looking. The side jets.
Oh yeah, dude, she's massive. She's massive. Then with the cyclotron, dude, I can obliterate like 10 ships in like a matter of minutes. It's insane. And oh yeah, you guys will like. Well, I just got rid of the expendable, and the expendable was basically a ship to use to go through. Wormhole, black holes. So this is going to be the new expendable. She looks fantastic, but she's only got 19 slots. So we don't really care about her all that much. But she is a Class A Explorer, which is amazing. I was thinking about maybe updating just her warp engines and using her just to go from driving from here to there. Yes, I get. Yes, you can buy them on the freighter. So
before you buy those ships, I was just gonna say, you buy those ships on the freighter. That way, you don't lose your other ship.
yes, see, but my slots are almost full, and ships don't land here as often as they used to. So what I'll do is I'll buy these little junkers, right, and then I'll go and trade them off at the space station for other stuff. So, like, I had the expendable, which was used just to travel black holes. So, I really don't want to get rid of this one. So I might get rid of my Class S fighter because it's only got like 17 slots. Damage potential is ridiculously high. But the Explorer class ships, I find, while not nearly as sexy, are probably the most versatile, to be honest. Because they get you can get really high slots for them, and their hyperdrive is really, really nice. So what should we name this ship? We're going to rename this ship. We are going to call it the Expendable 2.
Is it showing me streaming?
No. Hold on.
Easy for life 623.
I didn't have you pulled up. And it says live now. There you are. That's a cool looking little ship. That's a cool looking little ship.
I think it looks like a chicken.
It does look like a chicken. Looks like a chicken with its wings back.
A chickadoo.
The chickadoo, chickadee. We're gonna take the Seraph's wing out for a spin. We're gonna go land on a planet. I'll save that other fighter for later. But it's the first time I've seen one with a front end that looked like that. That's why I wanted it. Okay, so I've got AZ pulled up. I'm gonna try and get both of our streams side by side so I can watch them both and talk to people at the same time. Oh, frig, I hate that when it does that. Alright, so
I've got all this stuff from my gun. I don't know what to put on it.
See, I just have a mining beam, and you got to keep them close together so their damage potential stacks.
See, I did keep them close together, but they didn't. Oh no, yeah, they all are green.
Like, yeah, what you want to do is your laser, like those 3 lasers put together like that. That's an awesome looking little gun though. It means, yeah, it means that they're. See, if you got rid of those. If you got rid of the +1 scanner, right?
Yeah.
Underneath see where you underneath your scanner you got a +1 scanner? If you destroyed that, as long as you've got the blueprints to recreate it, you got rid of your bolt caster and carried your lasers across there and put your scanner up where the bolt caster is, they'd all stack. They'd stack together.
So if I took this bottom guy over here, put it underneath the scanner.
Hold on, you're gonna no, and put it underneath. Yes, but you have make sure you've got the schematics for the scanner before you delete it. Trading post. You know what? We don't want to do that. I want to see how many friggin' jumps this would be to get to friggin'. I'm
I
way
use the
far.
bolt caster to shoot the sentinels.
Yeah, I use my laser, my mining laser.
Yeah.
Yep. Oh, that's right. I gotta land on one of these planets. Figure out where the fuck I am. I'm trying to get close to Scandal, and if I have to travel all the way around, it's gonna suck. You should have seen how far I've moved, man, from where I was. I'm like ridiculously close to the galactic hub. That's how far I've traveled.
Damn.
Yeah, man.
So you were saying move the range boost sigma also, right?
Yes, you do move the booster. Make sure you've got. Okay, first go up to that corner. Make sure you can construct it first. You know what I mean? Make sure you've got the schematics. Okay, so destroy that. Build it there. You may need to get more material. Nope. Okay, good. Put it there. Now add your lasers. If you go to your extra lasers, add them underneath there. Yes. Now it'll stack. There you go. Perfect. Ouch. What just happened there?
For a scatter blaster.
Okay, now we are dropping technology. Alright, let's have a look. Pilgrim Path. Give me 2 seconds there, guy. I'm putting in a new set of coordinates. 02 E1 E1 00 7D 7D 03 BF. Oh, FB. Oops. FB 0037. Update.
Dude, this planet I'm on is so blue, it's unbelievable.
Holy crap! I'm back almost where I'm almost dead on where Scandal is. Woo! Let me get back in my ship.
He hasn't moved too much.
No, it's his home base I'm trying to get to.
Oh yeah, right.
I have his coordinates, so I can add more. So I'm gonna add him. Oh, you should. I'll get you to give me yours next time you're on a planet, or next time you're at your base. Send me a screening of your shit. Daniel Hibley's trying to get to where we are too. Scandal, where are you, my bud? He thought my Jean-Guy rubber toque was amazing. Did I send you that yet? The lumberjack? The lumberjack?
No.
Fuck, you'd laugh your head off. Coordinates to his base. You need the coordinates, yeah.
Are you watching my stream?
Yeah.
Check out these boxes that are floating in the air.
Yeah, I just see they just showed up as you said it.
And then I went inside of this. And it's all dirt. I can't get anything from in there.
Weird. Why can't I? Why don't I have his base coordinates? I thought he sent them to me. Why don't I have them? I had them in the other... I had them before. Last known locations. Recommended... Reddit... Oh no. Fuck. I'm in my ship? Okay.
What the fuck are these things?
Okay, where the fuck is it now, man? He gave me his fucking coordinates. Did he read them out to me? His plan, he gave them to me. They should be in here. Where are you? Where are your coordinates? Oh, come on, Scandal, man. Jeez. I thought he sent him to me. Messalak. Oh, man. Okay, where am I? Okay, these are the old ones. User location. I am... Oh, dude. I am sitting on Scandal. I am basically sitting on Scandal. That's amazing. Oh, wait.
How far does it say you are?
Like, basically, I'm sitting where he is. Like, if my calculations are correct, I'm sitting where Scandal is. I am, like, right next door to him. Nope. And no friggin' shit to take off. Fuck. And I'm on a shithole planet.
What's up with your ship?
Oh, I ran out of fucking plutonium. Oh, there's some poo right over here.
Plutonian?
Plutonian. You got any plutonian? Bye, Wheeler. I want to get Scandal to actually voice Jean-Guy Rubbertook, because his French-Canadian accent is fucking hilarious.
I smoke cigarettes, I cut down trees all day.
I know a lot of French Canadians, but I mean, it's just funnier to get Scandal to do it. Oh well, no, it's just over. It's just over the top. just the way I had some plutonium. What the fuck happened? It's just over the top the way he does it. There she be. And it'll sound amazing. I can't believe that I'm basically sitting on top of fucking Scandal. But I don't have his... I wonder if I got... Do I have it maybe? Oh, shit. Why didn't I write it down? I'll just fucking message him. You there? The question mark. Ouch. Where's the plut onion? There's the plut onion right there. A big chunk of plut onion too. That should be enough to get off this rock.
Dude, I've always got extra plutonium on.
Oh, I use a lot of it to make warp cells. Like a lot of it. But the cool thing is my warp cells, if I have like 4 of them, I can travel a ridiculous amount of space. Oh man, you know what? I am completely ignoring Anthead. Oh dude, we all have bases. You should just wait. Wait, Anthead, don't build your base. Do not build your base. I am trying to build a Frag Ninja homeworld. I'm trying to build a Frag Ninja homeworld, so wait till I find it. And we'll all go from there. Because I'm trying to get AZ to move as well as Scandal. But I want to see Scandal's home base world. If it's friggin' awesome, we'll just go there because he's the closest out of all of us. Like Mess wouldn't have to go very far to get there. AZ wouldn't have to go very far to get there. But yeah, just hold off. And if you can, land on a planet and send me your coordinates. Oh fuck, I need plutonium. Okay, what kind of shithole is that planet? That's radiation. And that's heat. Radiation. Video. I don't know what I just did there, but that was interesting. That's too hot. That's irradiated. That's too hot. Fuck it. Oh, come on, Anthead. Please tell me you didn't leave the stream. I hope he heard me. Hey, we're after plutonium. Oh, there's a bunch of plutonium right over here. I like how the music friggin' changes depending on what type of planet you're on. Paul Weir is an amazing person.
He's the one that did the...
Yep, he's the one who did the music.
Oh, okay.
Do I have enough to make fucking... to make that shit? See, now I need a cigarette. You see how that works?
Pretty much.
I get my shit in a row and then, like, I need to smoke. Ow.
Quit it. Ow, quit it.
Ow, quit it. I'll
Do you ever
I'll
watch
message him.
Fargo?
Hold on. I'll message Buddy. I'll message Anthead. I got him on Google, so I'll message Anthead, and I'll tell him to wait. GBT.
Hold your horses.
Where the fuck is Anthead? Anthead! Damn it! Oh, I don't have him on Google. I thought I did. I blame myself. Product constructed.
Knew it.
Product constructed. Product constructed. Technology recharged. Now,
Later.
if I'm correct, this should only take one fucking jump. Distance to center 16,413. Dude, I'm like, oh, I am like so close. You know what? Scan for discoveries. Oh wait, you know what? Fuck it. What I'll do is open the galaxy map again. Then I'll scan for discoveries. $10. I'm hoping, with any luck, it'll show up with scandal stuff.
Oh, where he discovered.
Yes, because I'm telling you, I am ridiculously close. Oh, select nearest. Discovered by red lines. There's only one discovery in the entire area? You gotta be kidding me. Oh, for fuck. I wish I had his friggin' his location. I'm right there. He's right there. He's right there.
How do I get my location again?
My current distance to center in light years is 16,64,9. If I remember correctly, I've got a picture of the star he's at, and his is 14. So I can calculate based on that. Yeah, he's 14, I'm 16. I'm within 20,000 light years of the guy. But no idea in which direction. So if I should be able to go straight.
I have to build one of those save points, don't I?
No, signal booster.
Oh, okay.
Oh, it's this. Nope. There we go. Should be 16.2. $16.1. Oh, cool, Dan. Daniel Hipley just sent me a message. 15-7. Four. Oh, damn it.
Yeah, what he said.
14, 16, 70. Found a 48 but did not buy it. 14.9. Is it 14? 14.1. $14.7. I'm ignoring my viewers.
Finally found a planet to build on. No, you haven't missed anything, but...
No, I was trying to get a hold of him, so I was going to tell him not to build. $14.3. $14.2. Yeah. 2 seconds. I'll be right back.
Yep. The Gek word for idiot.
Hey. Still there?
Welcome.
Well, I'm only back for a few minutes. I'm helping my wife put Batman's face on a cake.
Nice.
Mm-hmm. She's like,
I'm
"You're
not a superhero cake guy.
well, this is like a cake of his head. I'll send you a picture when it's done."
Okay. That'd be even cooler.
Yeah, it's like I want to inlay the stuff that she put on the top, but in order to do that, you'd have to cut really precise. And while I could probably do it, I'm okay at cutting things. How do I put this? I'm okay at cutting things, but just not cake.
When I cut things, it needs to bleed.
They don't call them. There's no. It's there's a reason why they call us ninjas. I was
And
telling.
when it happens, you'll never know because we're ninjas.
That's right. Oh, you found a monolith.
Yeah.
Or a plaque. Sorry.
Plaque. A Gek one at that.
Uh-huh. Oh, where the hell?
Turns out these little Gek guys aren't so harmless.
They are now. Wait till you figure out. Wait till you do the whole story. I'm actually too far.
I'm eating saltwater taffy.
Oh. Deselect and scan. If I'm fine, Scandal's Planet, I am going to freak the fuck out. I'm eating pizza.
That sounds good. We had ribs.
Okay, I'm sorry people, but I'll be back in a bit. Oh! Oh! Big Fuzzy Secret 19. That's the best I can do for now. It's at 141437. And AZ is at, or AZ, he's at 141670. So I gotta backtrack just a little bit from here. And he's on a blue planet. 141503. Five, 6, 9. I'm gonna select this first, then select nearest.
I had 2 taffies.
Big Fuzzy Secret. Big Fuzzy Secret. Now, I found a guy named Big Fuzzy Secret, but I haven't found Scandal yet. Alright, so I'll be back. I'll be back in a bit. I'm just gonna cancel the stream right now. I'll be back later, people. I'm gonna leave the game playing and I'm gonna leave the channel open, so